Anderson
get over
tracks all
Anderson.
the way back in.
It
It
is.
does. And he's locked in. What a goal!
Inundated. So popular.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the International Melbourne Cup Hockey Cup for 2023. This is the Tier 2 final, and it is the Adelaide Seeks taking on the Craigieburn Falcons. My name's Michael Van Dorsa. I'm joined by Kin Smith. And Kin, it is an absolute pleasure to be here in what is an absolutely amazing day for the first day of October.
What an absolutely beautiful day to cap off your beautiful weekend in Melbourne, Michael. Grand final yesterday for the AFL. I was here on Friday soaking in the sun, soaking in the atmosphere, the music, the food. It's absolutely sensational. The colour going around in the crowd. Teams playing in the men's and women's divisions. Tier 1, Tier 2, we had the Vic Police versus the Australian Defence Force Navy before this game. It's absolutely all happening, and the crowd is absolutely packed in front of us. It's out of control. An amazing event. Really enjoyed being here the last couple of days, and enjoyed to watch the next two games. Tier 2 final now, as you said, Adelaide Seeks. It's been an international flavour. We've had a New Zealand team as well come across. We've had teams from Sydney, teams from Adelaide. So they've come from all over, and it's just been magnificent to watch the support that's gotten behind this tournament. Only its second year as well, and then the Tier 1 men's final up next. So stick with us on My Sport Live and all the major partners.
What's been the most impressive part about this that you've seen, Kin? As you said, you come in a couple of times. What's been the most impressive part about it?
I think just the way that it's been approached from all the teams. It's they've absolutely competed their backsides off, but just it really is a bit of a celebration as well. Lots of community coming together. Lots of food, sitting around. People mingling and talking. So this will be a cracking finish to the weekend. Craigieburn Falcons are going to take it underway. Lawrence getting us started for Craigieburn. So Craigieburn on your right, Adelaide on your left. Adelaide in the red, Craigieburn in the orange. Down on the right hand side. So I see some of the Adelaide Seeks supporters in front of us in their red jerseys. Some play in the right hand side. Of course, a couple of special guests just wandering through the Hockey Centre this weekend as well. Well, none taller, at least, than Colin Van Bunga. The touch umpire is here for not only this tournament, but Hockey 1, the JDH Hockey 1 coming up, and the great Sohail Abbas as well, legendary Pakistani player in the house over the last couple of days, travelling around Victoria, doing some clinics.
I was going to say, he made up to Shepparton as well.
Yes, I saw that. And he's hanging around for another couple of weeks, I think. Got some things booked in. So just an amazing collaboration between all the organisers. Craigieburn on the left-hand side here. Pop that through onto the penalty corner. The first penalty corner will go to Craigieburn.
One there by Jagjit Singh in the 32.
Slick move down the outside. Injection for Craigieburn. Out to the top. Shoot, and that's high. And diving takes the player out. It was Lawrence that tried to spin around. Gurpreet Singh down the right-hand side plays in. That's the number 77.
Sidhu.
All the way down the other side. Fast hockey.
Went with Razmix. So Adelaide had a 6-1 win over Latrobe Valley yesterday.
Latrobe Valley won the women's competition, beating Cardinia in the final. So exciting for the Latrobe Valley team, having made the trip down.
So these two teams finished with 2 wins from their 2 games. Craigieburn on top with goal difference.
Good play by Adelaide, switching through. Overhead up over the top, 1-on-1. Lawrence can't bring that one in. Adelaide through their defensive half trying to bring the ball across. Gurpreet Brar out to the left-hand side. Little cut inside, and that is a broken stick, Michael. The first time I've seen that again, a game of hockey on the live stream. I think that's number 5 for Adelaide.
Gurpreet Brar.
Gurpreet Brar, I think it's number 5. No, number 22, sorry. He's absolutely smashed his stick in half, so he's going to need a spare from somewhere. It's all happening.
They might have to go and get one from the
Just Hockey store.
From the Just Hockey store, which is in operation.
It's gotten a good workout over the weekend.
I can imagine it would have.
Play from Craigieburn through. It's Hamahanjit Singh, number 33, trying to work his way forward to Jugad. Singh across. It's pushed towards the net. Well cleared by Adelaide. Good defence. Now they might be out there. Well cut across. Craigieburn. Set up well behind the ball here. They're 2 deep defenders.
That was well trapped there.
That's Hamahanjit who's put it through to Lawrence. Lawrence, who I know scored a truckload of goals this year. That's a great shot, and that's almost killed the umpire, who has dealt with that with sublime confidence.
Did well to keep out of the way.
Out of the way. Oh, he's got a new stick. That's good. Number 22 for Adelaide. He's got a new stick.
We don't actually have.
We don't have the numbers.
the number.
Sorry, buddy.
That's good for him.
We're going to do our best. We've got a couple of numbers that are right, a couple of numbers that are wrong, and a couple that aren't on the sheet. So
Gurpreet Singh trying to move this one forward. And Lucky Singh gets a free hit, cracks it into the circle. Play on the court. No, penalty corner coming Adelaide's way this time.
yeah, so 1 penalty corner each. Yeah, first look at the Adelaide penalty corner battery here. And what have they got?
Number 2's just walked up from fullback and said, "Give it to me."
It's going to go out to the first battery. That's a great save. Aggressive down. Adelaide still going. Can they get around the goalkeeper? Tries to get it in. I think that's come off the foot. No. Big wind up.
Oh.
That's off the post. He has crushed that. That has been tattooed into the post. Umpire Adam Smetana there. Watching that ball almost cave that right-hand post in.
Tell you what, we might need to get the ambulance out there to get some CPR on the post, because that one would have killed someone. Here it is on
Look at
replay.
this wind up. So this is the first shot, comes across. You see Michael comes out, and that's when the eyes light up. Bang! Nah, just out of reach.
Found the hole.
We're over again.
Same play. Well saved. Play on's the call. And Craigieburn are going to relieve this one nicely.
Catch it.
Oh.
Bad hands in the crowd, but a good trap. Almost. Good clearance. quick play on from Adelaide. Yeah, too far, says the umpire Smetana. Oh, the new stick's doing wonders.
Yep.
Inside the circle, play on, good tackle, says umpire Smetana.
That one wasn't as good.
That one not
Tried to strip tackle.
from behind, and smashed through the back of the stick.
Serengent Lyle with the starting this off there in the 42 for Craigieburn. Not the greatest of tackling there. It's been pulled up. Ball's into the circle. Cracking reverse stick shot.
Adelaide have had a couple
missed.
of shots, couple of penalty corners. Starting to get on top after the first couple from Craigieburn Falcons.
Never really on target, that last one. Flying
Tell you
by.
what I'm loving about this game, Michael, is every shot is coming with heat.
Very much so.
Well, they're putting everything behind it, including half a stick that broke off in the first few minutes. So
We'll have to find that one on replay and post that to the socials and see how we go there.
love it. I know we also had a team from Punjab in India come out and play, the Punjabi Warriors. Yes, I think so. And then officials too.
Yep.
They brought with them an umpire as well over from Punjab, which is fabulous. Hopefully a couple of them stick around and watch Rupinder Pal Singh with the Canberra Chill in the JDH Hockey 1 League. Exciting to see him get underway next weekend.
Are they playing here in Melbourne? Canberra?
No,
No?
they're not.
They're in
But,
Canberra.
I think round 2 they might be.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to Pindapala is one of my favourite players.
As this ball's through into the circle for Adelaide. Great team tackling by the Falcons. They've won themselves a free hit. This has worked its way through to Packraj.
Yeah, Pukhraj Gill with a great move, cutting through. Carmen Singh.
Adelaide with the sustained pressure here. Well, just as we say that, it's turned over. Packraj
Lawrence.
operating solely in the shade. Have you noticed that? He has not moved out of the shade, Lawrence.
I love it. I love it. I'll tell you what, on the last couple of days, heads up in the crowd. Nope, that's going to bounce. Going to be kept in. It's come off the foot. The sun was stinging on Friday, I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
There was not a lot. You couldn't have sat across the other side. It was so hot. I was talking to some of the players, and they were talking about the heat differential playing in the shade versus playing in the sun. Cuts back in.
Pradip.
Yep, Pardip
Pardip
Singh, number
Singh.
7 for Adelaide.
Must say, I do like the Adelaide uniform.
Very much an Adelaide United.
Yes.
That's
what I was going
exactly
with. Yeah,
it is.
exactly the same as
I
the
love
Adelaide
it. I think
United.
it's great. No, I love the bright red and the lion badge.
I think it's fantastic as they're trying to work their way forward again. Lucky. Oh, some great skill. Well,
Great little cut and turn and then dish. That's come off Craigieburn. Craigieburn need to turn fast. Can't tackle. Adelaide in. Another cut. Into the hot spot. Turns, shoots. That's going to be the first one for Adelaide. Silky moves from the Adelaide Sikhs Hockey Club. The DJ cranks the music. I think there's some dancing in the crowd in front of us too. Love it. Watch this. A couple of cut moves from right to left and then across. And away we go.
Gurpreet Singh goes for a run in the captain's band. Some good, not a great tackle.
Oofed. That's a bad tackle.
Yeah.
Silky moves. And Craigie Byrne, little chink up over the stick, wins the free hit, still going. Inside the 25. Carmen Singh. Good play from left to right for Craigie Byrne. Adelaide regather. It's Anmol Singh out on the right-hand side, trying to put that ball across. Little trap from Adelaide. And now pace come along the way. Nice little calm takedown of the aerial. Gurpreet Singh now with the ball again. Tackle comes off the foot.
As that's quarter time in the International Melbourne Hockey Club Hockey Cup for 2023. It is the Tier 2 competition, and Ken, it's been an interesting game to start us off with.
That's absolutely flown by. I can't believe that's already 15 minutes or so. That's end-to-end attacking. I love it. Everything's coming with heat. A couple of questionable tackles, which I'm also a big fan of. Just, get the blood flowing. I like it. Craigie Byrne and Adelaide absolutely going toe-to-toe for this one. I love some of the skills that are on display, little jinks and little turns, knocking the ball onto themselves. Some good play from left to right, right to left, good depth. Some good old-fashioned one-on-one hockey out the back. A couple of smash ball forwards, lots of play on with speed.
And just looking down there, it's looking very chalk and cheese a bit in the way things are going. The Adelaide Seeks coach really laying down the law to them. And the Craigie Byrne Falcons have got a bit of everyone having a chat at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty calm. Quarter time. One good goal, the only thing in it thus far. And up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see all the major sponsors of the International Melbourne Hockey Cup. And I tell you what, if it keeps growing at this, percentage. Last year, I think there was a few teams, and this year, much bigger, international, local, absolutely sensational. If it can grow at the same rate next year, it'll be an absolutely brilliant spectacle.
As the broken stick's been recovered, and it's been brought back to the bench, which is great to see. And we get things underway again. Craigie Byrne.
No doubt the stick will see a proper send-off. Thank you for your service, all kinds of that.
I do agree that it happens. I know what happens when you break a ball out there as well.
Actually, I lie, that's not the first time I've seen a stick break in a game. And I actually saw the ball and the other half of the stick end up in the net. So, which...
Well, what does that mean? Is it half a goal?
No, the whole ball went in.
The whole ball
half
went in.
the stick. So it's a goal.
Yeah, that's definitely a goal.
Because that's always the question, what if a ball breaks and it half goes in? Well, then it's not a goal because the whole ball has to cross the
Correct.
goal line, right?
Yep.
And it doesn't say anything about a stick. Doesn't say anything about a stick.
Not at all.
What I loved also earlier, Michael, during the game between the Victoria Police and the Defence Force, recognised all the officials, the umpires, the tech officials, everything. So doing a great job of making sure that the people that help the ship run get recognition and allow, we watch the players, but there's also so much that goes on behind the scenes.
As Craigieburn looked to come down, Average Johal felt he was aggrieved, but they've taken away have Adelaide.
Pardip Singh here, cutting through the middle of the pitch, has numbers out on the far side.
Adelaide again coming forward, really wanting to be their plan of attacks to go straight down the middle of the ground too, which is exciting to see.
They had numbers out on the right-hand side, but choosing the shorter route to goal.
Don't blame him, to be perfectly honest. So they're just going to control this one back. Well, Lawrence is out of the shade.
Well, it's sort of all in shade now, so
yeah.
Can't really blame him.
Nah, that's exactly right. As they've
Good
worked
move.
it through nicely, party up again, and they've given away the free hit on the edge of the circle, Adelaide. Great toss over the top. He's got player on his outside if he wants him. Decides to go himself, and that was well read by the Sikhs. To work back. Tell you what, aggressive ball though, coming right across the face of his goal. It's a Craigieburn ball just inside their attacking 25.
Crash ball.
Adelaide come away with it down the left-hand side of the Melbourne Sports Centre pitch, and it's a free hit going Craigieburn's way. Been told to take it back. Karabir Singh over the ball. Works in with Samanjit Lyle.
Bit of a stopping tackle there. Nice big overhead.
They're not afraid to use the overhead.
It's got pace on it too.
Craigieburn.
It's not just high, it sort of skips low.
See that coming a while away. I think the umpire had his whistle at his mouth before he made the tackle there. Karabir. Sidhu, that is. Caribbean and Sidhu. It's Adelaide calling for it across the ground. Gurpreet Brar. Across to the teammates. Goal scorer there. It's Adelaide trying to get into the circle again. Reverse stick, great save from the goalkeeper. And that ball has just
Hacked
been
out.
what we would class as
Dispatched.
iced down the ground. Could you say?
Dispatched,
Yeah,
yep.
dispatched.
The Adelaide coach just calls for some calm, raises his arms and says, it's all right, work the ball around.
So Lawrence preventing a complete switch from Adelaide, although that's a great ball. Peels for a penalty corner just outside. Adelaide going again. going baseline, well defended. Long corner, Adelaide's way.
This is a good spot for Adelaide, bouncing in. That's come up onto the penalty corner. Lots of protests from Craigieburn. It stays with the penalty corner. Turn and the shot onto the foot.
So we're going to see a number 97 for Adelaide, who's been in the penalty corner battery a couple of times. Might be Tyler Sprite. Lay off to the keep, to the injector. And he puts that in the back of the net.
It's a good ball. Watch this. Good positioning. I think they're calling for first shot. They're calling for first shot there, saying that his stick was swinging. It wasn't a deflection, but they've called the goal. So 2-0. 2-0 to Adelaide. Craigieburn needing to try to find a way to come back from here.
They just haven't been able to possess the ball enough, I don't think. Craigieburn.
No. Just a couple of turnovers.
Lucky. Working the back around with his teammates. Oh, well brought down. Although he was inside the 5. That was really well brought down. As Craigieburn have got an advantage for a free hit here. Jagjit Lawrence has come back to get it halfway. Great ball forward, finding Pakraj. Gill.
Too high. Yep. Up into the body. Great turn by Gurpreet from Adelaide. And that's going to be our first card, I think. It is. Umpire Smetana goes to the pocket for 2 minutes. Pukraj Gill.
Great ball. Goes deep into attack. Gets into the circle for Adelaide. One time in. Play on's the call. And now there's a free hit out after it took the foot there of Padip. And Mulsing picks this one up at his 25 and goes for a good run to the half line. And that's hit his foot a couple of times. It's an Adelaide ball. Right on halfway. Sprite. Back around. You're trying to go into the zone here, Craigieburn, by the look of things, Kin. And unfortunately, they're not able to hold him out at this point in time.
A good depth and width from Adelaide. You see players in the corners, players in the dangerous spots just outside the circle on the inside channel. Working well here, Adelaide. Trying to go over the top. They might get the one out here, Craigieburn. No.
Some good decoy work.
Yeah. It's good work by Adelaide with enough players. And then straight away they're out near the half line again. Well read.
Jagjit Goes forward. Finds a teammate. Can they get it work corner here? Yeah, they can.
Great penalty corner. Great work. Jagjit Singh with the great read off the ball out to the right-hand side, then feeds the ball forward.
So it's Craigieburns' second.
Yep.
Looks like we've got a couple of ball patrol.
Kids. Yep, we've got. I saw ball patrol on the far side. So, tell you what, after 3 days of playing and a bit of heat, I wouldn't want to see the ball patrol.
Oh, I'd be like, see you guys, we don't need you. Thank you very much.
Here's the comes out for Craigieburn. Mistrapped there. Lawrence puts that forward. Still going. Hacked inside the circle. Good pressure from Adelaide.
Craigieburn can't bring that one back in.
Adelaide works this ball out right-hand side. This has been fruitful area for them. Wins the, goes outside. The field of play for Anmol Singh. Start play again.
I thought they kept that one in nicely. The play going on. Anmol Singh again.
That's a good tackle. Swing and a miss. Plays forward now. It'll be one-on-one. And Gurpreet's just used his body a little bit there. Play on. Calls umpire Adam Smetana. Arriving like a freight train was Lucky Singh through the middle. Opportunity for Adelaide there. Turning, no obstruction. Turns, shoots. That would have been spectacular if it had come off Michael. Little turn, spin, jink and smash. Just couldn't get the final connection.
As this one made its way all the way through again for Adelaide and Gurpreet Singh.
It's a frenetic hockey from one end to the other. And I think umpire down our left side of your screen, Jason Krebin, and on the right-hand side, Adam Smetana, have got their work cut out for them just with the pace and the ferocity they're attacking the ball.
It's Craigieburn going to try and possess it. Another card coming.
Yeah, Gurpreet's going to go here. He's just, Adam Smetana's had enough. A couple of bad tackles coming in, breaking down play.
Jason Krebin turns into part of the ball patrol. Throws it back.
Last minute.
Karabius Sidhu. They got a team out here, Craigieburn, on the left-hand side. They find it into the circle. Can they get a result out of it? No. Adelaide have done well. And it looks like they've been able to turn this one nicely. Joypreet Bra. Joypreet Bra for Adelaide, just winning the free hit. Now Adelaide are going to...
Good pick off by Rabinda Gill. Going to be another card for Adelaide. Obstructed Rabinda going through. Adelaide have just got to keep their cool here.
Gurpreet Bra sitting down. Taking his time to get there too.
That's half time. That's going to come up in just a few seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 to the Adelaide Seeks Hockey Club over the Craigieburn Falcons Hockey Club. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back on the other side of this.
ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕ੍ਰੂਸ਼ਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਹਾਕੀ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਸਕਿੰਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੇਡ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹਾਕੀ ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਚ ਦਾ ਤੀਸਰਾ ਕੁਆਟਰ Adelaide 6 versus Craigieburn Falcons.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Melbourne Sports Centres in Parkville. It is the International Melbourne Hockey Cup, and it is the Tier 2 Grand Final between the Adelaide Seeks and Craigieburn Falcons. Michael Van Dorsa, Kin Smith in commentary, and it is 2-0 to the Adelaide Seeks. Kin, and an absolute atmosphere of what is all things hockey here at Melbourne Sports Centres today.
Yes, it's a celebration of the sport. Celebration. It's a beautiful time to be in Melbourne, the greatest sporting capital in the world. An AFL Grand Final on yesterday, the International Melbourne Hockey Cup today. Tier 2 games, then Tier 1 games. Players from New Zealand, players from India, officials from India, from Punjab, and some teams across from Adelaide. So it's down from Sydney. It's beautiful. So it's amazing to see, you know, all the communities out. I know we had as well, you know, food provided by Australian Sikh Support, which is a non-for-profit organisation that provides, you know, food for special causes and things. You'll often hear or read about them in the cases of natural disasters or things happening. You know, they're the first on the ground out there. You know, they put the food in the vans and off they go. So, you know, it's been an amazing weekend. I was saying in the first half, I was here on Friday and it was an absolute scorcher. I cannot believe some of the players still want to get out and play with 28, 29 degrees, pure heat. But it's exactly what community sport's about. You know, we know we've got people watching in Australia, New Zealand, across the country, people tuning in from India to watch people they know. We've got Comer van Bonga from the Netherlands, International Umpire of the Year. What more do you want?
It's exactly. There's a lot going on, and then we start. Well, we also start the Hockey One next week as well, which is exciting times.
I know, you know, when Australia played India at the end of last year, after the Hockey One, you know, there was amazing hockey community out to watch there as well. When the Indian team came out for the first time in, I think it was like 2007 was the last time that Australia played in Adelaide, or India been to Adelaide. So the Indian community out in Adelaide, amazing. So yeah, fantastic.
As play goes on quickly, all stick there. Says the umpire, play on. And it's Craigieburn going back into attack. They found a loose player in the circle. Can they get the result? They've got the advantage. No advantage now. And a penalty corner. Two Adelaide players ran into each other.
Just a little mistake, and I think good there of Adam Smetana not to keep on the play going. I think everyone else had stopped, so no need to let someone have a lash at the goals when no one else is watching.
There's players coming off. Just off the screen there, Justin.
Yeah, I think maybe just a little bit of a clash when going for the ball.
So for Craigieburn to start, they're gonna have to start now to try and get this back.
Yeah, third penalty corner.
We hold it up, get it towards the goal, and it's going to be a long corner. They worked that reasonably well. They didn't have a first crash and bash at it, but Jagjit Singh's at the top, taking this corner. Lucky got involved there, and players bumping around all over the place, and it's a Craigieburn ball.
I think Harmohanjit Singh with the tackle.
Jagjit Singh's been entrusted on the ball for Craigieburn. They're going to come back around. Peels for foot. Well, they'll get the foot there. It's hit Lucky Singh's foot there. As this ball's going to try and go across.
I think it came off his hand, he's claiming. It sort of looked like hand from here, but he didn't flinch. I don't know if someone ripped a ball into my hand from that far away. I'd probably flinch, I got to tell you.
Tyler Sprite has been enterprising this afternoon. Some good pace. Lucky's getting called inside. delivers it to the captain in Gurpreet. Play goes on. Players look at the umpire. You want to play that? No? Okay, we'll play on then. As Craigieburn intercept it nicely. Swatch it. We've worked this one out nicely. Haraj Johal goes for a canter. Put it through to Lawrence, and Lawrence just sauntered after it. It's Bra. That's Gurpreet. Bra passes the ball down. He's won this one back nicely.
It's a good move.
Great ball into the circle. They've got an open shot here if they can crack it in, and they can! That is a ripping goal.
He's absolutely crushed it. Look at this ball across. Great little fed ball through. Steps up. Slow motion. Here we go. Bang! Straight through. Absolutely no chance. Crushes that into the side netting.
The number to 77 emblazoned between the shoulder blades. And just goes, thank you very much. As Adelaide go 3-0 up.
I think that is his second goal today, actually.
Tell you what, if this is Tier 2, I'm interested to see what Tier 1's like, Kim, because this is going to be an absolute ripping grand final coming up a little bit later on.
Oh, I mean, all the games have been high quality, towards the top of both tiers. Defenders' balls, that comes in.
Yep. Spry with an early ball straight down the middle for Adelaide. As they try and control it, it's our goal scorer running his way through.
Pace.
I'll tell you what, the zigzags around the defenders there. And that was really well done there by Swajit Singh from a long way out, being able to shepherd the ball over the line.
Very close to an obstruction and going back the other way, but I like it. Gurpreet for Adelaide keeps going. Thought it hit his body, didn't through. Great pickup, Craigieburn. Desperation from Adelaide, going to ground, swiping that one out. There's no hesitation in the play on from both these teams. I love it.
Do we need to see more of it in other hockey that we watch?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
I
think
agree.
so. The coaches might not agree, but if you take the coach hat off and say, what do the people want to see?
What do the people want to see? The people want to see goals.
Give the people what they want, we
Correct.
say. That's just going to come outside the reach
Kiribati Sidhu.
of Karambir Sidhu, that's right.
Great work. Great turn of pace. I think the pace, as you've mentioned a few times, Kim, the pace on the ball has been frenetic from both these sides, but even when they get the opportunity to show off their skills as well, it's been phenomenal.
That was a great little body feint, number 22 from Adelaide. If you go back and watch that in slow motion, just see how he positions his body to be able to go both ways, fakes one way and then sends his hips one way and then carries the ball the opposite way. That's going to be a penalty corner. No, yes, says umpire Jason Greben.
And a yellow card too.
And a yellow card for taking the player to ground. I've got no idea why there's a kid on the pitch, but there is.
Taking the ball.
the ball patrol getting busy. The ball patrol taking charge of this game, getting out onto the pitch and saying, "Yep, that's mine." Yellow card as the player comes off. Yep. Third penalty corner for Adelaide. Does go to the top. No, missed trap.
Can't quite get it.
Bounced in. Another free hit just outside as Michael
So Spry on the top of the circle for Adelaide. Trying to work his way around. He's been able to work to Barty. It's a great cut out there for Craigieburn.
Good pick up, Carmen Singh. Good use of the body. As we welcome in the CEO of Hockey Victoria, Andrew Skillen. Andrew, it's been a pretty good weekend.
Great weekend, yeah. Apparently there was an AFL Grand Final on yesterday, but
No idea.
No idea. What?
big crowd out here this afternoon.
Yeah,
and look, it's only a couple of weeks after the winter season, but it's been some magnificent spring weather, and a lot of people enjoying their hockey this long weekend.
I think, if you'd said last year after the first iteration that next year they were going to have the best umpire in the world, one of the best players of all time in Sahel Abbas here, going around Victoria, doing clinics, helping out the community, and then just this amount of support as Adelaide have picked this one. Turt shoots, absolutely cruises that to the left-hand side board. Adelaide 4-0, click, bang from the right-hand side of the circle. Watch this, turns, crunch, absolutely nothing.
Pardeep Singh in the 7. It's lucky for some. There's some absolute ripping goals being scored.
Some very entertaining hockey, actually. I was just sitting downstairs before, and the crowd's really involved. And what's scary, there's not too many seats in the Western Stand left, and we're not quite up to the draw card event just yet.
Yeah, well, even on Friday, Saturday, all through the days, there's been such a great crowd coming in and out. I saw the teams from Latrobe Valley coming down watching the games after their games, supporting their women's team in the women's competition final. So we were saying earlier, we've got teams from New Zealand, teams from Punjab, teams from Sydney. So, yeah, if you'd said 12 months ago we're going to have one of the greatest players of all time, we're going to have the best umpire in the world at the moment, and then this is all going to lead into, the Hockey 1 season, the JDH Hockey 1. I think you would have believed it if you knew the passion that the organisers had for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hope that it came to fruition.
Yeah, and Manpreet Singh's just done a power of work throughout the year, and I think those that have followed the Cup on social media, his ability to really get this event out to his community that it's on, and to come and celebrate not only hockey but his community. And I think the cultural food that's been available, the ability for the Punjab community, Sikh community to come and get together and enjoy a sport that they dearly love. It's just this event is kudos to all the work that Manpreet has done.
So is it something that they came to you and Hockey Victoria about, or is it something that they've how's it all started? I mean, I know we had it last year in a way. Is this one?
Yeah, look, it's a private event that we're obviously interested in because A, it's hockey, and B, we've got a number of our affiliates and players out there enjoying the event and participating. But probably more importantly for hockey in Victoria is that we're seeing a real change of the guard in terms of participation. Clearly what's happening in the population in Victoria, 6 of our last 8 hockey clubs that have been established in outer suburban Melbourne are 100% subcontinent playing populations, and obviously Craigieburn out here in front of us now in orange, less than 10 years old, a 250 member club based in a really prominent growth corridor of not only Melbourne but Australia. So, and who would have thought when the Hume Highlanders were created, and then within 2 years we had another 2 clubs based out of that facility. And I know in talking to the Minister just a few weeks back, we're working pretty hard at making sure that second ground goes in the next couple of years to be able to provide the appropriate training and match play for the community out there that just love their hockey. So yeah, this is a really important it's important for us to stay close to these events and learn, listen, develop partnerships and understandings about how we can engage the subcontinent community even better. We've made some really good steps, but I think for hockey to reach its potential in the next 10 years, this is going to be a significant part of it. And I think it's been a real thrill being down here already today and just seeing so many people out and about enjoying the game.
So we probably need to get the organiser up here and have a bit of a chat. But obviously a good conversation to be had between this Hockey Victoria and the organisation or team of this tournament to see what is the next possibility.
Yeah, 100%. To say we're not, we're definitely very interested in supporting and what that looks like into the future. We'll keep working with the organisers and see where it takes us. But you can just see already that this event could just keep getting bigger and better. And we know that today with the streaming going. Obviously on YouTube and Facebook, the international viewership will be bigger than probably anything we've seen before, so I look forward to seeing those statistics. I did say to Manpreet if we could just get more people watching the next game than who watched the AFL Grand Final yesterday, that would be a nice stat. But you never know, as you know. It's really good to
Very
see.
intense moments in the game.
It's exciting. It's great to, as you said, you've said a few times, great to see so many people out here supporting. It's such a great game.
Malina Asthana, National President of Asian Australian Lawyers Association. Thank you so much for your presence at International Melbourne Hockey Cup 2023. And also would like to acknowledge the Hockey Victoria CEO Andrew Skillen and the Secretary, Mr. Brad. Thank you so much for your support and making this event better than what we have last year. So the score line is 0-4 in favor of Adelaide 6.
Now, a few people know I spent a little bit of time in Adelaide, but you don't like getting done by Adelaide. So let's see, boys, if we can. It might not be just as biased as that Blues, in the AFL finals as the
Blues commentary.
That sort of. But maybe let's see if we can bring home Craigieburn here in the last quarter. They've got
do.
a mountain to climb, but if you can't get parochial about a club side in your own state, when can you?
No, that's exactly right. Fair call. As Adelaide trying to see what they can do. I reckon, if anything, they need to put someone up forward again, Craigieburn. Just sit him up there and just say, righto, cause some havoc in the goals. Where's Lawrence?
Hit 5.
Where's Lawrence? I reckon he could score 5.
Well, the shade has made its way across 3/4 of the pitch, so he's got a bit more real estate to work with now. So earlier in the game, Andrew, Lawrence refused to play in the sunny side of the pitch, we thought. So, now that we're later in the afternoon, a little bit more real estate to work with.
As they're coming forward again. Nicely done. Trying to find a way into the circle. As Craigieburn get the free hit.
And so Hockey One coming up, which I know has a special place for you, just with all the other leaders of the states getting that up. We were talking about Rapindipal Singh actually out playing for the Chill this year, which is exciting. Always loved Rapindipal playing, even when we had the Champions Trophy back, I'm going to say 2012. Yep. I don't think he was there in 2009, but 2012. I remember them being out and playing, so a couple of big nights for Melbourne coming up.
Yeah, it all starts Friday night, which is exciting, down in part of the opening clash. So away game down at Tassie, down at Hobart. So really looking forward to season 3 of Hockey One, and hopefully getting a couple of W's on the board to kick the season off, and then we host Adelaide on the Friday the 13th, the following week, here.
Absolutely.
At Parkville.
You heading down to Hobart?
Yeah, I think I will. I will. I've looked at the weather. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I was just doing for you. So pack the umbrella.
Yeah, I've had the Birkenstocks and shorts on this weekend, but I think I'll have a few thermals on and a thick jacket.
Let's go with 10 degrees less than what we've been getting today.
So tell us what else is on the agenda for yourself for the, well, I guess there's no real off-season, but there's always competitions going on. But what are some of the next big projects that will help not only the Hockey Victoria and providing hockey to the community, but also our ability to host events like this, the Melbourne Hockey Cup?
Yeah, look, yes, it's the off season. We, of course, all the other type of events that happen during Term 4 will go ahead. We've got record numbers for indoor hockey coming up. Kicks off the next 2 weeks. Summer hockey, and obviously the Hockey 1 season through to the end of November. Like any business, there's always a time for all the other fun stuff that you don't see, budgets and all that for next year, and all the fun stuff with staff and performance reviews and all that sort of stuff. So we've got all those things to work through at this time of year. But from a project perspective, just going back to being, I think stronger and immersed in the emerging population of Victoria, is we've just this year made some changes with the staffing team to make sure we had a dedicated resource around outer suburban growth. Yep. So Dom Bebbington came into that role, hockey person, but previous experience in administrating Aussie rules and working in local council. So Dom's in a pretty dedicated and focused role there at trying to start new junior leagues out in outer suburban Melbourne. So starting with Melton next year.
Yep.
So that's a really important model whereby I suppose what we're trying to do is set up some mini junior leagues in those locations, so that if you like, our existing hockey community and the emerging hockey community, reducing that travel burden for families, etc., and really trying to build a much stronger critical mass. So it'll start in Melton, and then it'll make its way, if you like, in no particular order, but around all of what we would say our outer suburban growth corridors are. And we'll bit by bit start to pop up those competitions, and they'll largely be for kids 12 years and under. Yep. And if you like, we'll all be familiar with Geelong having its own association, and of course having rep teams, the Sharks, come and play in the Hockey Victoria competition. Yep. So over time, we want to build that so that there would be a representative team that plays in that sort of shield level type junior competition that yields from those locations, as opposed to having potentially 4 or 5 junior clubs fighting for the same 3 or 4 kids in those locations. So that's one thing, and I think that's again that's really strongly linked with having much stronger and deeper connections with the newly arrived communities in the outer suburban corridors, and that's something that Dom chairs a group of multicultural ambassadors who we meet with every couple of months, and that's not only to help us support those projects, but also, again, keep building that deeper understanding of the communities, those connections with the community, so that we can grow together. Ultimately, the community loves the game, and we want to make sure we maximise the opportunity to get people to play hockey out through those corridors.
Is this with traditional hockey setup, or is this more looking at like hockey fives?
I think. Look, we've had a couple of pilots going on this year with hockey fives, so it's very early days. But I think one thing we know about hockey fives is that it enables us to I think emulate a little bit more about what we see in some of the high population sports, where you've got high volume, high churn through facilities like a basketball stadium or a netball centre, that type of thing. And I think at the
great
That's
goal
one.
there. Puckaraj Gill sold the goalie up the stream, and that is in the back of the net for Craigieburn. That is one.
Here we go.
Let's have a look at it. He was going to pass that for sure. But I reckon that's in the back of the net nicely. Taking any chance you get.
Yeah.
So 4-1.
Yeah. So back to the question. I think it'll probably be fives.
Yep.
Yeah, and or at least modified, because again, we just want a high number of teams, a lot of critical mass. When you've got that ability to be able to create tiers of competition, and ultimately, that's been one of the things that hockey, since COVID with a drop in number, that's obviously been something that's really hurt competition, where we have seen that loss, and therefore it makes it very hard to provide a kid who's just picked the game up in the last 12 months, a quality experience versus someone who might have played for 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
So I think when you've got that critical mass, you can create multiple divisions, that type of thing. So
I think the recently upgrades to facilities at Melton and some other places
Yep.
as well. So they've got some brand new turf, which means you can start to come and run some of those traditional types of competitions we've had, the under 10s 5s, but on the quarter pitch or half pitch or such, you can start to get involvement. People don't need to travel. There's a central location. There's no stress on logistics, vehicles.
Yep.
The cost of travel, the cost of travel now is significant. So if you can keep the kids in the game and enjoying it through 10, 12, having to be able to go to the same, see their friends every weekend, then, as you said, we can have the model where as Adelaide go under with their penalty corner, where then they can start to say, okay, are we ready as a club, to start to put in an under 12 shield team, an under 14 shield team, then away we go, which is fantastic.
That's right. I mean, look at the other things that we're very focused at. Government funding's been a challenge, and I think we've all seen. Obviously, the announcement with the Commonwealth Games was a disappointing one, I think, from a spectator, and a hockey fan perspective. But the fact that the infrastructure will be built down at Stead Park, a new ground at Torquay, that they're good legacy items from the initiative itself. But I do think, we are in difficult times in terms of the financially, not only cost of living challenges for society, but also government funding. And so you asked me the question, Ken, what's on the agenda? I mean, ultimately it's always on the agenda to try and find new revenue streams for the sport. Obviously Hockey One's really viewed as being the vehicle to achieve that, and in a very short period of time I think it's shown us already that we can certainly generate sponsor interest in the product, and the Channel 7 coverage will help that.
Yep.
So, I think it'll be about, definitely a lot of focus from myself on how we start continually build Hockey One commercially. And part of that is also legitimately looking at a second team. In Victoria, down the track. Not only, again, is that a commercial, we're thinking about it commercially, but we're also thinking about it from a player exposure perspective, getting more Victorians opportunity to play at that level, bringing in some more internationals.
Yep.
You mentioned Ralpinda before. I mean, for those that don't know the rules of Hockey One, we're not allowed, Hockey Victoria or Hockey Club Melbourne aren't allowed to have internationals play for us.
Internationals that didn't play in the Premier League?
It's a good question. I mean, there are some people that, yes, they would be counted as an international, but I suppose not a marquee international, if you like a Ralpinda is. So we'd want to position ourselves in a good balance. If we can make it viable and make it work, which I really want to do, we are then able to bring in some proper marquee internationals to the Melbourne teams, and then I think that would also bode well for all this sort of work that we're doing. I'd love to see us bring in. I mean, I just thinking about the crowd now. When we play Canberra Chill, when the community we got here today know that Ralpinda's going to be playing. I mean, there'll be more people in the stands, right? So, and that's exciting. So that's and that sort of fits in that bucket of just trying to find new revenue, new ways to generate a buck, and be able to use that revenue to reinvest ultimately. Because probably the third thing, and the thing that keeps me up at night, like people often say, what's the thing that keeps you up at night the most? And it's just dying volunteerism.
Yep.
So, how do you fix that? I talk about a couple of staff doing some bespoke projects like Dom. So Jason LaRocca is specifically working with our 12 regional associations on capacity and capability. I think the days of having, volunteers toiling away doing everything at association level and at club level are going to be numbered. So not only for us at hockey, but all community sport are going to be challenged by that, and reaching that balance between a remunerated workforce and a volunteer workforce is going to be one of our biggest challenges going forward.
This has gone over the top here. This might be the fifth for Adelaide. No, good pressure. The Craigieburn goalkeeper was right out. This is Gurjeet across. That's going to dribble in. I'm not sure who got the last touch on it. Discussions in the Craigieburn defence.
I think you've got to give it to Gurpreet, captain.
We'll see it here on the replay. That ball comes across.
Nice pass.
Gurpreet with a real push, and it's the touch from the defender that's undone the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to love you and leave you.
You got a presentation to do?
Yeah.
And then a game to watch afterwards.
No. I'll come back up during the big final because given it looks like we're going to be on the receiving end of a loss to Adelaide with a Melbourne-Sydney derby coming up.
Yeah,
we're
fair
going
call.
to make sure the Melbourne
win one.
Yeah, Melbourne win one in the next one. So. Yeah, I think Sydney. I'm pretty sure Sydney got them in the pool games.
Yep.
From memory, just got a bit of intel before, so maybe we've just been saving our best to last, which is
definitely
all good.
That is definitely the way it's looking. Hockey Victoria CEO Andrew Skillen joining us for the commentary. Thanks very much, Andrew. We'll see him in the next game. Kin is while we've been talking to Andrew, as this ball's into the circle. Great save, follow up for Adelaide. Can they get the shot? No, they can't. Goalie's out. There's a penalty stroke coming, is there? No.
It's come off the back of the stick.
He was going to give it, I thought, paid the advantage, and then it went back of the stick.
They've gone every which way. And Adelaide are counting down. And the crowd in front of us goes wild. The travelling Adelaide fans. They love it. They absolutely love it. What a game. Dominant from Adelaide from start to finish. You've got to be honest there, Michael.
Yeah, they were
absolutely incredible.
They were very dominant all the way through. And some really good shots on goal, really good shots that went in the goal, and that was some amazing hockey that we have seen today this afternoon.
Beautiful from start to finish. The travelling support, great to hear from Andrew Skillen as well. Just sensational the whole way through.
So it sounds like there's going to be some presentations.
Absolutely. The award is underway. The teams will shake hands. They'll do the presentation here. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back at 6:30, 15 minutes. The final of Tier 1, or about then. Sydney against Melbourne Seeks. The Tier 1 final. We'll be right back.